just recording. Good luck.
Hello, OCAA fans. Welcome to Esther Stadium here in Toronto, Ontario, the official home of your George Brown Huskies and the site of the OCAA 2023 Men's Soccer Final Four Provincial Championship. This is a reminder that the OCAA Code of Conduct is in place. We ask everyone to respect teams, fans, officials, calls, and staff involved today. George Brown College reserves the right to dismiss anyone from the venue for not adhering to such policy. And now it's time for semifinal OCAA playoff action here in Game 2, where the Humber Hawks will take on your George Brown Huskies. We now ask that if you're able, please rise and remove your hats for the playing of our national anthem.
Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Nolan Galland with CMM Sports. We have our second game of the day, OCAA Provincial Championship semifinal between the George Brown and Humber College. I'm joined today by my color analyst, Haley Hopkinson.
Yeah, and we've got a really great game today. We've got George Brown, who went 10-0 for the season, and then Humber College, who went 7-1 with 2 ties in the season.
Should be a good one. Earlier today, we got to see Conestoga take down Seneca in the first semifinal. They're going to be playing the winner of this game tomorrow afternoon for the gold medal. Starters today for George Brown: Mark DeCoito, Jonas Jama, Nathan Alphonse, Farrell Francis, Jason Alvarado, Adam Wood, Daniel McIntosh, Nicholas Orsini, Darius Kirk-Cooper, Marco Muya, Anthony Germina will be in goal. And for Humber College, it's Holdridge Amita in goal with Keegan Wilson and Luca Pinto on defense. He'll be joined by Captain Adam Zerkowski. At forward will be Abdul Babawale. Also starting for Humber College will be Christian Kirkishan, James Lima, Skozi Katabui, Matt Paiva, Matthew Lilac, and Danny Nerdaros.
Yeah, it should be a really exciting game. This is the third straight season that George Brown Huskies have made it to the Final Four, although the last 2 years they've only won a bronze and a silver. And they actually haven't won a provincial championship since 1973, 50 years ago. But this is the first time that this team has gone undefeated during the regular season.
Yeah, that's right, Haley. Third straight season that George Brown's going to the Final Four. But, interesting, it's been almost 50 years since they last won a provincial championship, going back to 1973. Kickoff moments away.
Yeah, it should be a really great offensive game, but we'll see because the Huskies this entire season has only let in 5 goals in all the 12 matches.
George Brown to kick it off, and we're underway. Ball out for a throw. Humber ball. Back to Zamita. Paiva controls it. Captain Adam Zurkowski there.
Got a quick pace right at the start. In the last game, we saw a lot of just warming up, passing the ball near the net, but this game seems to be off to a good start.
Controlled at midfield by Humber. Katabui has a look, and that cross goes long. We'll go out for a George Brown goal kick.
Yeah, that's one of those players that you got to keep an eye on. He led the team this season with 10 goals, and he was named the West Division Player of the Year.
My apologies. It appears they're going to call this a corner. Must have tipped off someone on George Brown. Keegan Wilson on the cross here for Humber. And that goes long towards midfield. Back to Lima. Cross field. Humber back line with possession early. It's just too long for Luca Pinto, and that'll be out of bounds for a Humber throw-in. Physical play there to take it back for George Brown. And they just knocked that one out of bounds for another throw. Beautiful day here in Toronto.
Got a lot of wind going on,
Yeah,
which showed to affect the first game a little bit.
Yeah, a bit of a breeze early, died down. Definitely not as strong as it was, but as we saw in our first game, could play a factor here down the stretch. That's a good clearance by George Brown to get out of danger in that one. And they'll clear it out of bounds at around midfield. 3 minutes into this one. Humber has controlled much of possession so far.
And that's no surprise there since they have won the last 4 provincial championships, and they've won 10 out of the 12 of them.
It's a nice throw in there by Hayek. a goal save. Termina here waving them out. Looking for a big kick downfield here. Ball in. And a header there by Cherkowski. The ball goes back into the possession of George Brown. We've got an injured player down here on the field. That's Daniel McIntosh. And he's slow to get up. But it looks like he's going to stay in the game for George Brown. Marco Muya is lined up for the free kick here. Still on the field attending to McIntosh. He's gone down again over there on the sideline in front of the George Brown bench. Looks like one of the trainers is attending along with the line judges. Actually looks like it was Matthias Brahms that was over there down on the sideline. He's now off on the bench.
It's going to be a real shame because he recorded 13 goals this season. And that's second in the OCAA.
Salazar Leah coming in here as a substitution early, not even 6 minutes into this one. Ball in by Muya. Over to Adam Wood, who sends a long ball, but it's turned over. Opportunity here for George Brown. And a foul is called. And it looks like we'll get a free kick here for George Brown. First pressing moment of the game here for George Brown. They're set up here on the far post.
And a save.
Not enough power on that header there from Daniel McIntosh. The ball was out. Nice through ball by Lima, but it's too far for Babawale. Mira plays it up. Nice header there by Kirk Cooper, but nothing more to be made of that. Paiva controls it. Over to Lima. Lima, cross field. Humber pressing now. And it's turned over and cleared by Jason Alvarado. Out of bounds. Humber on the throw-in. Another foul, another player down for George Brown. We hope that he's okay there. Limping off it, it looks like that could be. It's either Adam Wood Or Jason Alvarado there. It is Alvarado. It's nice to see him up and staying in the play. Free kick, Humber in. And long, and that'll be a goal kick for George Brown.
Yeah, so George Brown's goalies has only four goals against him this whole season, and with 15 saves.
Yeah, and that's Anthony Chermina in his third year here at George Brown. And he has a nice kick as George Brown maintains possession. Back to Chermina. And that's a nice save. Ball controlled by Chermina. A lot of back and forth here early. No team really establishing possession. Chermina motioning the team downfield. A free kick awarded to George Brown. That's going to be taken by Mark DeCoito. DeCoito is a third-year player as well for George Brown. Free kick coming here. Ball is in, and it's cleared by Humber, and they'll look to make a quick transition here. Ball up to Kabuli. Streaking back door is Medeiros. And George Brown does good to control that one. Ball out for a throw. Just past the 10-minute mark here in this one. George Brown ball. For a throw again. Nathan Alphonse. And that's cleared once again by Luca Pinto. Oh, here's a chance. Here's a great chance for George Brown. Oh. And it's turned aside by Holger Zamita. Definitely a slower tempo so far in this one than we saw in the last game. Great touch there from James Lima. Ball to Gabule. Streaking up the left side. Makes a move. Oh, and he's taken down. Good defense by Marco Muya on that one. Throw in coming here for Humber. It'll be Luka Lalick throwing this one in. Let's see if Humber can generate some pressure here. Throw in. Out front. Wow, and a great block there by George Brown. Back door. Oh, wow. What a header there by Luca Pinto looking for the game's first goal. And Anthony Sermita turns it aside there. Couple promising chances early there for Humber. Turned aside. And now that's chances at both ends for this team to break this game open. Ball controlled by Humber. Keegan Wilson tries to hit a streaking Luka Lalick. And that's again controlled by Sermina. for another throw here. Luca Pinto. Just too long for Christian Kirkishan. And possession is taken back by George Brown. Long ball here. Let's see if they can run it down. But it's too long, unfortunately, and it's turned aside by Keegan Wilson. Well, saw that one there. Foul called on Marco Mura, and that'll be a free kick awarded for Humber. Had the pace there. Looked dangerous and stopped him from getting through there. Free kick coming from Humber. Danny Medeiros puts it in. Oh, what a header. Just wide from Babawale. And it's out for a goal kick for George Brown. Germanara seems to slow the pace for this George Brown team. Whenever he seems to get the ball for a goal kick, he really takes his time. Showing his poise early in this one. Lima here with space, room to run. And here he goes. Streaking, chips it out front. And that'll be again controlled by Germanara. Definitely showing poise in this one. With so much at stake. This is kind of what you'd expect from a goalkeeper. Really calm your team down. Ball in. Headed up by Humber. And Mira is able to push that one aside. Just chipped out there by Alphonse. And that'll be another Humber throw-in.
Seems like we got a lot of Humber goalie saves and then big kicks and sending it right back down.
Yeah, both teams are going back and forth with possession in this one, Haley. Definitely a slower tempo than we saw earlier today.
Mm-hmm.
Ball pushed up here now for George Brown. And it's just out of the reach for Jama. Wow, great slide there to try to maintain possession for George Brown by Alvarado, but unable to maintain possession. Hasn't played a factor yet today, but that sun is starting to set to the west of us. And as this game goes on, we'll have to see if it messes with the vision of any of these goalkeepers. Possession maintained by George Brown.
Yeah, this back and forth game is exactly what Humber's coach, Michael Aquino, had expected. When asked about it, he said it should be a fast-paced game that keeps going back and forth.
Yeah, well, maybe you'll be looking to up the tempo here because it's been a game dominated in the midfield to this point. Outside here, Lila. Great move there.
Getting through everyone.
Pawale. He's had a couple runs today. Oh, and he's down.
Slowly coming back up.
Great run here for Humber. Quick move.
Save.
And a great save there by Germanara. That was Lima on that one. Looking to crack this game open for Humber. Deep ball here for Kirk Cooper. Unable to maintain possession, but looks like we've got a George Brown throw. We've got a yellow card being awarded. That's going to Adam Wood of George Brown there on defense. Ball's out for a throw. Wood tries to chip it up, and that gets deflected and goes out of bounds. Coming up to the 20th minute here. It's still knotted at zeros. We're in the second game of the OCAA semifinals between Humber College and George Brown. Chama controls, nice move there. Makes the pass. Maintained possession by Kirk Cooper. Going for a run. And he's pushed away by Luca Pinto. Able to control that one, and that goes for a Humber College goal kick. Olger Jamita hasn't faced much action in comparison to his counterpart in Anthony Germanara, but has been solid so far. Good ball through by Medeiros. Like. Katabui on the throw. And he'll head towards the net. As Lyack is going to look to put this one out in front of the net for a chance. Big throw incoming. It's tipped and turned away there by Alvarado out to midfield. George Brown on the counter.
Great pass ahead.
And it's turned aside by Luca Pinto. He's been active early in this one. Jama on the run there for George Brown. Throw coming for George Brown from Farrell Francis. And he'll try that one again. Jack Wood plays it up. Crossfield. George Brown trying to establish possession. Oh, right out front. Wow. And with Daniel McIntosh in space, probably seeing one of the best chances we've seen so far today. But again, was turned aside by that Humber defense. Has created pressure almost every time. Corner kick coming now for George Brown. Kirk Cooper. And that one's knocked away by Babawale. George Brown seems to be applying some pressure here after seeing Humber with some early pressure earlier in this half.
Humber is keeping that pressure, though, right on defense.
That's right. Kirk Hooper is going to get charged with the foul here. Bit of physical contact there with Keegan Wilson of Humber. Wilson's sitting down, but he'll look to get up and hopefully stay in this one. Kick awarded. Lima here. Deep ball, cross field. Looking to find Babawale, but it's just too long. And that'll go out for a goal kick for George Brown. Cheramanara to kick this one away for George Brown. And as we talked about at the top, Haley, that wind has been going west to east all day, and it looked like that just kind of pushed it right out of bounds.
Yeah, took it right out.
Ball in here. George Brown with possession. Looking to create.
Yeah, these two teams are right on each other in the midfield area.
Phil Francis up. And a big block there by Kirk Hooper. And he's yet to get up. Back to his feet. He'll look to shake that one off.
There's that pressure again.
And that's a handball on Daniel McIntosh. Sikowski. Over to Lima. Tried to get that one out front again to Babawale. That's a couple times now he's tried to make that pass. Not successful thus far. Possession maintained by George Brown. Back to Humber. Here comes Katabui. That's a shot.
Ooh.
Oh, possession. Lima. And that shot's blocked as well. Foul called on Darius Kirk Cooper. And it looks like we'll have a free kick coming for Humber. Paiva plays it over to Wilson. He'll work the right side of the field. And it's out of bounds. Humber will maintain possession over there on the side. That was Pinto that kept that one in. George Brown wins it back.
Humber's always just right there behind them.
Yeah, it's been an aggressive back line
Very
by Humber
aggressive.
College. But they've stood strong so far.
Yeah,
Really haven't
very
given-
high energy, right there all the time.
Yeah, that's right. Really haven't given up much either.
No.
Throw coming here from Humber. It's a deep throw. And it's turned away by George Brown. Humber maintains possession. Babawale here for Humber. His pass is turned away. It's Alvarado, plays it up. And a streaking Kerr Cooper couldn't get there before Zamita was able to kick it down the field for Humber.
Maybe an option here.
Here we go, Medaros into space. Wow, and just wide.
Outside.
Great shot by Katabui.
You can tell both these teams really want it.
He's
Humber wants to continue their winning streak at this tournament, and George Brown wants to win that gold with their perfect record season.
Yeah, and you saw the reaction by Katabui on that one. Wanted it back. Ball in. Contained by Humber. As George Brown tries to take possession back here. George Brown up with it quickly. Looking to hit Katabui in stride. Here he is on the left side. And just high. He was looking to blow this one open here. That's a couple shots now for Katabui that have just missed, but in very dangerous areas early in this one. Shermanara taking his time again, kicks it out to midfield. Jama knocks that one out of bounds. 30th minute here in the first half of the second semifinal at the OCAA Provincial Championships. George Brown and Humber College are knotted at zeros, but the winner of this game will punch their ticket to the championship game tomorrow afternoon. Throw in for Humber. Ball's played into Babawale. Quickly turned over, and George Brown looks to counter. Kerr Cooper. Long to McIntosh. McIntosh to the outside. And it's turned aside by captain Adam Zerkowski, who plays the ball up now for Humber. Possession here maintained by Humber. Great play there by Katabui. Maintains possession, but it's a foul. Game being called differently in this one. We saw a lot more physicality in that first game that was let go. Refs tightened it up in this one. Ball in and returned right back by Humber College. And it's cleared to the far side and out of bounds. That'll be a George Brown throw in. Farrell Francis is going to take this one. Looking to push it upfield in our scoreless tie. Physical play there by Muya. And he's able to knock that one out of bounds. Humber throw coming.
We'll see if they try to look to find Katabui again. He is the highest ranked player that the Humber team has.
Lima on the throw. And just as you said, Haley, Katabui, that's where they're trying to get the ball. And they brought him down. They've been physical with him here. But fair. The ref has maintain composure on both sides.
Yeah, and
Teams might not like it.
when the other team sees the West Division Player of the Year, you expect to be targeted at that point.
Absolutely. Nice touch there by Kirk Cooper. Looking to maintain control. He does. And it's turned away by Humber. Great play by Medeiros to keep that in. And it's right back to Kabuli. And a clear. It's a deep ball up to a streaking K. And he's unable to keep that one. Ball out of bounds, though, for a George Brown throw. My apologies. That was Jonas Jama streaking for George Brown. Ball in. And possession maintained by Zamita. Just under 10 minutes left in the first half here. We're still scoreless. But some great chances for both teams. Nice touch there. Awale turned aside by Shermanara. And he throws it into space, finding Alphonse. Wood tries to keep him to the outside. And he's able to. Allowing a goal kick for George Brown. In our last game with Conestoga and Seneca, it was some fireworks in the first half. 3 goals were scored.
Yeah, two really close together.
Yeah, that's right. Conestoga, after going down early 1-0, was able to strike back with 2. And that ended up being good enough for the 2-1 win. Bit of a different story in this one. Seems like it's been a bit of a feeling out process for both these teams. Definitely evenly matched so far.
Yeah, especially since both of their goalies this entire season both have only let in 4 goals. It's a perfect matchup of goalies, so we'll just see which offense can get them going.
Adam Wood puts one up into the sky, and George Brown's able to maintain possession. There's McIntosh looking to hit a streaking Kirk Cooper, but it's a bit too long. Humber's going to slow it down here. And we've got another foul called right here at midfield.
Yeah, you're right. They're really not letting anything go in this game. Makes a big difference.
Yeah, and that's okay, you know, as long as it's called on both sides.
Yeah, true.
Both teams can't complain about that, but definitely a different game here in this one. Ball in for George Brown. And Lima does well to turn that one aside. In quick with a throw. And Humber again will knock that one out of bounds. Throw in from Francis. George Brown looking to create some pressure here. And it was short-lived with Humber regaining possession, and they'll throw the ball in here momentarily. Keishan, quick up. Turned over. Jama. He gives it right back to Lalick, who's on the outside. And the cross. Nice save there by Chermanara. And he'll roll it out. to Adam Wood. Farrell Francis. Pick up to Leela. Leela goes 1-on-2, and it's turned away. Oh, and here, now's an opportunity for Bubba Wally out front. And a foul is called. Or no, it looks like it's offside, and that's right. The line judge there on the far side calling offside on Bubba Wally. Germanara. Sends it into Humber territory, but it's quickly turned back. And it's out for a throw. Luca Pinto inbounds for Humber. George Brown's looking to create some pressure. Hasn't been able to sink any passes just yet. Ball in here. He's got Kabui this time. Oh, wow. Great save.
Great save.
After being offside on the last one, Katabui was there and had a great look for Humber. Foul there on Alvarado. Free kick coming here for George Brown. 4 minutes remain in this first half. We're still scoreless in this one, but both teams have certainly had their chances. Streaking on the outside, here's Gemma. He plays it in. And that's turned aside by Captain Adam Sirkowski. Ball's out of bounds for a goal kick for Humber. That wind we talked about earlier totally died down. Flag post here barely moving earlier this morning. It's absolutely ripping. A big kick in by Xmita. George Brown retakes possession. Alvarado here. 1-on-2.
Oh.
Physical play there. And it'll be a foul on Alvarado. Took down Katabui there.
I think these teams are getting impatient.
He's still down. Looks frustrated more than anything. Nice to see him back to his feet. I think this close to the half, both teams are pushing.
Yep, want to get that lead.
Absolutely.
Get some better confidence. Makes it different in the second.
Free kick coming here for Humber. Just over 2 minutes left in this first half. Ball in, quickly turned away by George Brown. Humber maintains possession.
Pressure right up on there.
Paiva, deep ball to the outside, looking to find Pinto. Just a bit too long on that one. As Alphonse turns it aside, be out for a throw right near the goal line of George Brown. Throw in coming from Humber. Cleared by Alvarado, and they'll do it again.
Just over a minute now. We'll see if George Brown can make something happen.
I don't think Chirmanara is going to pick up the pace just yet. He's going to maintain possession and allow his team to make their way downfield. Deep kick. How's George Brown to maintain possession? Here's Kirk Cooper. Wow, 1-on-3. Draws the foul.
Under a minute goes.
Good effort play there by Kirk Cooper. Actually, my apologies. That was Daniel McIntosh. Free kick coming by Alvarado.
Way too far.
Yeah, it's out for a goal kick. Once again for Humber. Coming up on the 45th minute here in the first half of this one. We remain scoreless. Deep ball there by Lima. Looking to find Bubba Wale, but ends up in George Brown hands. Foul here. Looks like that's on captain Adam Zerkowski. Shaking up a bit. But it's nice to see him get up and stay in this one. Free kick coming here for Humber. We've reached stoppage time in this first half. Played over to Madaros. And he turns it over. And Kirk Cooper going for a run. He's brought down and immediately shown a yellow card. And that'll be a yellow card on Danny Madaros. Kirk Cooper appears to be holding his left ankle.
And they're pulling out the trainer. Yeah, Humber definitely knew the challenge coming into this game. Playing the host team that also has a perfect
Yellow
record.
card shown here by the trainer. For the trainer of George Brown. Referee explaining to Kirk Cooper, amongst others, the explanation.
Don't seem too pleased with that call.
I don't think anyone's happy here. Kirk Cooper's back to his feet and is able to stay in this one. Free kick coming here. George Brown. Ball in. It's headed away by Zerkowski. Outside to Gemma. Looking to create here at the end of the first half. Turned away by Humber, and now they'll look to counter. That's turned away as George Brown regains possession. K looking to go for a run here up the left side. And the ball's forced out of bounds. And he'll make the throw. He'll drop it off for Alphonse and head towards the front of the net. George Brown looking to make one final push before the half here. And that'll do it for the first half in this one. Pretty evenly contested match.
And still 0-0.
And we're back for the second half of our second game in the semifinals of the OUAA Provincial Championships. I'm joined with Haley Hawkinson, our color analyst. Haley, what are your thoughts on the first half?
I think this team could not be more evenly matched. The 0-0 score, I think everyone can agree, is definitely not from a lack of talent on either team. I think we've got really talented goalies on both sides, and hopefully we can get some points up on the board for the second half.
And we're underway. Humber kicks that one away. We'll be out for a George Brown throw-in.
We got a throw-in for the Huskies over here.
That's right, it was Farrell Francis on the throw. And it'll be out of bounds once again, but this time for a Humber throw. Quick transition here for George Brown. Plays it up. Streaking towards the net. Physical play there by Humber. The play goes right on.
That's something that earlier in the game we saw a lot of calls on, so surprised that one went without a call.
We've got a player down there, Lucas Pinto for Humber in the corner. And he gets back up and we'll continue.
Yeah, Lucas Pinto is one of their best defensemen. He's played all 10 games and started 8.
Deep ball here for Humber. Played by Babawali. Just a bit long for Kabule. It'll be out for a Humber throw-in. Matthew Lyck on the throw. All in out front.
Huge throw.
And both the initial chance and the follow-up are secured, and now it's cleared by Humber. Here's Luca Pinto. Passes it back to goalkeeper Exmita. And him and Pinto play a little give and go. Chipped up here on the right side, and it'll be out for a George Brown throw-in. Nathan Alphonse here on the throw for George Brown. And it's turned away by Humber again. Up to Adam Zurkowski. Captain plays it over to Keegan Wilson. Finds Luca Pinto. Pinto back to Wilson. Humber looks to maintain possession early in this half. Paiva. Up to Medoros. And that's cleared away by Adam Wood. And Humber maintains possession. What a run for a streaking Matthew Paiva there. And he draws a foul. And now we'll have a free kick here for Humber. James Lima being motioned forward, ball in. And it's headed by Babawale.
Oh, big deflection.
Chased down by Kirk Hooper. And the pass was just a bit too far for Pinto. But it'll remain Humber possession for a throw in here. Matthew Locke Looking for a deep throw here to get to the front of the net. And it's in. And it's knocked right back to him by the George Brown defender. Chance here for Humber. Sustaining pressure. Well, George Brown does a good job to keep him to the outside. That's Alazar Lila there for George Brown. Was able to knock that one out of bounds. Humber throw incoming. Towards the net. Cleared away by McIntosh. Humber maintains possession. Lima passes it down. Cleared out front. Turned away once again. Humber sustaining pressure here.
Yeah, George Brown looks to have a difficult time getting out of their half.
Yeah, that's right, Haley. Looking to maintain pressure, though. George Brown's done a good job of keeping him to the outside. Ball inside, out front. And that one's pushed away by Adam Wood.
Here comes
Here's
the
a run.
Huskies.
Big counterattack here for Kirk Cooper. He's got space. And he scores! What a goal! Darius Kirk Cooper giving George Brown the 1-0 lead. What a run by Darius Kirk Cooper. And now, just 7 minutes into our second half, we found our game's first goal. Humber immediately starting to press here. Ball into Luca Pinto. Plays it out front. And that's just too far for Danny Merdaros.
That's going to be Darius Kirk Cooper's 6th goal of the season.
I don't know if he scored one bigger than that one there to give George Brown the 1-0 lead.
Yeah, grabbing the lead in a game like this is going to be really important because it's all about momentum in these games.
It'll be interesting to see how their tactics change on both sides. All in. Possession
Looks
here
like
for George Brown. Jama keeps it in.
Looks like they're going to take this momentum.
Through ball again for Kirk Cooper. Out front, and DeCoito just puts that one long.
Looks like that goal was just the motivation they need. They're now attacking harder than they have before.
Cleared away again by Adam Wood. George Brown starting to mount some pressure here in the second half. As Humber looks to counter. Back to Axamita. Passes it up to Keegan Wilson, who has space, and he'll go for a run. It's turned over here. But it's right back to Humber College's Adam Zerkowski. Ball in here for Kabuli. And it's off the back post and out of bounds. Corner kick coming here for Humber. Corner coming. Christian Karkishin. And it's just long. Zerkowski wanted that one back. Phil Francis on the throw here for George Brown. Ball in, quickly turned away. And he'll try that one again.
What do you think, Nolan? I think this is going to give George Brown the security blanket they need to really push on offense more, especially since it was so early in the second half.
I think there's a lot of time left. 55th minute. Who knows what could happen? And another deep throw. And Humber turns that one aside once again.
Slowly making their way down the field.
We talked about it earlier. That sun is slowly starting to play a role. We've seen a few times now. Goalie Holger Exmita there, holding his hand up, trying to shade his view of the sun. They're saying that one went off of George Brown. Humber regains possession. We'll look to move this one upfield. Ref didn't like the spot there on that throw. George Brown tries again. Wally, and it's in quick. Udaros, and that's blocked. Humber's having their chances. They're being turned aside. Termina with the kick. Into the goal scorer, Kerr Cooper. Looking to make something happen in space. Finds Alphonse. And a nice play there by Jamma. Oh, and he's brought down by Christian Karkishin.
Yellow card there.
Who's shown a yellow card in this one. Free kick coming for George Brown. And it's our first substitution of the game, it appears. Humber will be making the switch. We'll see Christian Karkishin come out of this one. And Ryan Lindsay will be making the switch.
We're seeing a unique formation at the start of this free kick.
Coito.
Deflected quickly.
Babawale on that block. It's chipped into space here for Yama. Just turned away. And now a counter for Humber. Deep ball into space. Katabui offside at about the 35-yard line. Adam Wood will look to send this one deep for George Brown. booming kick by Humber, and Wood heads it away. Humber regains possession. Pinto fights through that. Chips it out of bounds. Nathan Alphonse on the throw here. Deep, trying to get it to Kirk Cooper. But it's turned away. Going for a run is Keegan Wilson.
Got 2 big collisions in a row right there. And we're now an hour into this game.
That's right, coming up on the 61st minute in this one. George Brown leads 1-0 off the goal by Kirk Cooper, who has it now. And that's quickly turned away as Matthew Zerkowski goes for a run. And George Brown regains possession. Possession here for Humber. Keegan Wilson with space. Sends a through ball. Is turned away. Humber maintains possession. On the far side, James Lima. Plays it over, ball in. Blocked again. Lima will try again. Blocked again by George Brown. Doesn't seem to be allowing much towards the midfield for Humber. Examita comes out. Kicks that one away for Humber. And we'll see another George Brown throw in. Pinto plays it up deep, looking for Babawale. It's turned aside. Pinto again with the cross. Just wide there as he found Danny Mazzaros in front of the net. Humber pressing. Up to Gemma. Maintains control. And the cross is just a bit out of reach for Alizar Leah.
Luca Pinto is really everywhere on this field. He's stopping players down below, but given really good chances at the net on offense.
That's right. We've got our second substitution. Matthew Lyak coming out of this one. And he's replaced with Damon Kay. Humber to throw it in. That was Lindsay on that one. Humber will try that throw again. Out front, cleared away by Francis. Humber maintains possession. And a massive block and an opportunity here for Humber.
Goalie staying down for a little bit longer.
That's George Brown goalie, Anthony Chermina. Came out to block that opportunity for Humber.
Seems to be a lot going on the field right now. Some high tensions and trainers out with the goalie.
Yeah, we hope that Germanara is okay in this one. Looks like he was able to get up. And we'll hopefully continue.
We've got, we're in the 66th minute of the game right now. George Brown, the host team, is still leading 1-0. We're into a really fast-paced game right here. Right off the bat, it was a little bit of feeling each other out with the two teams, but now we're back and teams are attacking each other.
Here's Pinto with the throw in. And that's turned aside by Jama. He'll try again. Here goes Jama. Down and limping, but he's able to get back up. And possession controlled by Exmita. Pinto again. It's turned over by Alphonse. Plays it up. Referee has motioned for the trainer as Keegan Wilson is down on the field.
Yellow card was given to Alfonso.
Another substitution made for Humber. Obawale will sit down. And into the game is Santino Di Bartolo of Bolton, Ontario. And it's nice to see Wilson back to his feet. Looks as though he'll be able to continue in this one. Ball in from Wilson. Turned away by George Brown. And we have another player down on the field, this time for George Brown. was Jason Alvarado that was down for George Brown. Nice to see him be able to walk off on his own power there. Free kick from George Brown, out of bounds. Humber regains possession. Coming up on the 72nd minute here in this one. It's 1-0. After Darius Kirk Cooper's goal earlier in the second half. Kirk Cooper streaking in, but Wilson able to turn that one aside. Counter now for Humber. And that's snuffed out by George Brown in midfield. Humber regains possession. And we'll have another substitution for Humber. This time it'll be James Lima out and Franz Mella in at midfield. Deep throw here by Humber. Trying to hit a streaking Mella.
Another player down on the field.
That's Mella, who was just subbed in moments ago. And he's back to his feet. And it looks like the referee has motioned him to the sideline. Free kick incoming here for Humber. Tipped up into the air. Double header. And a goal! Humber College has tied this one up.
A sequence of headers that put it into the back of the net.
And it looks like it was Santino Di Bartolo on that one. Providing a spark off the bench that Humber desperately needed as we approach the 75th minute. Humber now looking for more. Damon Kay on the left side, clears out front. Maintain possession here for Humber. Medeiros is brought down. Play continues. And Kirk Cooper breaks free. He looks to clear out front. Finds Yema. Brought back up top to DeCoito. And Humber's able to turn that away. Countering is Mella. Plays it across to Lindsay. And now back to Paiva. Cleared into space. Paiva's able to maintain possession. Back to keeper Examita, then plays it up to Luca Pinto. Wilson. Up to Zerkowski. Back to Wilson. Wilson surveys the field with time. Alphonse with space. To the middle. a bit of contact there on
The pressure's
Alphonse
rising.
as he was heading out of bounds. Play will continue with a George Brown throw-in. Alphonse. It's tipped almost to Kirk Cooper there. And a counter now by Humber. It's turned aside by Alvarado. Medeiros regains possession, and it's Kirk Cooper there. He's unable to win it back for George Brown. Another substitution. It's time for George Brown. It's Alizar Leah off. And it's out of bounds for a throw. Jesse Codron, the substitution for George Brown. He comes in at midfield.
We're now at 78 minutes with a tie game.
Throw in coming for Humber. And Alvarado turns that one aside. They'll do it again. Mella with space. A physical play there by Adam Zerkowski. And it'll go out for a George Brown throw-in. DiBartolo with the equalizer here for Humber. And that's knocked out of bounds by Adam Wood. Corner kick coming here for Humber. They've been dangerous down here before. Looking to take the lead here late in this one. Kick is in. And a great play punched away there by Cherminara. Humber maintains possession in space. And Cherminara grabs it. The Humber bench was looking for a penalty.
Very physical game, especially in the second half. It's definitely heated up.
Wilson on the far sideline. Able to slow down George Brown. Throw-in coming for George Brown. Into Jama. One on two, and Humber regains possession. They're up to midfield. Lindsay passes it up to DiBartolo. He's got one already. Passes out front. It's cleared away. DiBartolo again. Brought down as the play continues. And George Brown looks to counter with Jama. He's got space. And that's Captain Adam Zerkowski coming up big for his team there to snuff out that run. Throw coming here by Alphonse. Looking to put this one into space. Gemma. Alphonse. Looking for George Brown's goal scorer on that one. Kirk Cooper, but just a bit long. It'll be out for a George Brown throw. '82nd minute here in this one. Kirk Cooper out front. And it's up through the goalpost, but it's a field goal for Mark DeCoito. Not what he was looking for. A bit too long on that one. And I'll be out for a goal kick. Playing the wrong football today for that one to count, unfortunately. Looked like a pretty good 28-yarder to me.
Every chance is critical here with a tied game in the 82nd minute.
Yeah, we've ended up the way we've started with a tie game. Goals coming this second half by DiBartolo for Humber, who equalized the initial strike from Darius Kirk Cooper that put George Brown up 1-0 early. Deep ball here for Humber. And that's turned aside by Adam Wood. Throw in coming. Humber wants to get it out quick. And they'll think again as it's passed off to James Lima. Sirkowski fights it off, keeps possession for Humber. Paiva. Front there was Lindsay, but it's turned aside. Possession regained by George Brown, who looks to counter. Kirk Cooper wins it back for George Brown. We'll have to settle for a throw-in. Physical little play there on Kirk Cooper. My apologies. Enough to draw the foul. And it'll be a free kick coming here for George Brown. Just over 5 minutes left in regulation time. Down to Kirk Cooper. Working on the outside against James Lima. Kirk Cooper. And Lima's able to win it back for Humber. Lima clears it. Tried to find Katabui there. Just a bit long. That header there for McIntosh is going to knock it out of bounds. Humber maintains possession. George Brown pressing. And that was Farrell Francis being taken down there.
Yeah, so still at 1-1, but that's what happens with the low-scoring games when you get to provincials and the competition just heats up that much more.
Yeah, well, we know what's at stake. They know what's at stake. You want to be playing for the gold medal tomorrow, not the bronze, that's for sure.
Yep, both teams want it.
Free kick coming. George Brown looks set. Now only 4 minutes left here in this second half. Ball in. Quickly turned away by Humber. And the second effort will be cleaned up by Exmita. Who now kicks it away for Humber. Pinto keeps it in. Looking to find Lima in space, but it's turned over. Now the counter from George Brown. Wilson's able to maintain possession. It's forced to the ground there by Alphonse. Free kick coming for Humber. Wilson motioning his teammates forward. Ball is up. It's long, but it finds Lima. And they'll try again. And a nice save there by Anthony Chermanara. Who launches this one downfield for George Brown. And Jonas Gemma unable to corral that one.
We're in the 87th minute right now, still tied at 1-1.
Here comes Humber, up the outside. Looking to get this one to the middle. And it's turned aside by Farrell Francis, who then tips it out. And we're going to see a Humber corner here. Damon Kay taking this one. Less than 2 minutes to go. We're in the 88th minute. He's calling a set play. And the kick is in. Back post. George Brown's able to turn it away. And Michael Kay going to run it down there.
Saw a lot of midfield play at the beginning of the game, but now with the time running down and the score tied, seems to be a lot of in front of the net, which is good for both teams.
Yeah, it's as much as you want to play conservative, it's hard to not take chances with what's on the line.
Especially, yeah.
Ball in, George Brown regains possession. Free kick coming here for George Brown. That was McIntosh taken down there. Everybody moving upfield here for George Brown. Kick is up. Looking for Jonas Gemma. Bit too long for him. And a quick push-off called against Mark DeCoito. Humber looking to push it up. Here's Zerkowski in space. Looking for Lindsay on that one. Just about found him. And that's Alphonse able to clear that one away. It's out.
So we're going to get 5 minutes of extra time here for this game.
And the cross from Medeiros just too long. Humber maintains possession. Pushing, counter coming from George Brown. Here comes Alvarado, plays it up. Kirk Cooper on the wing. And a big-time defensive stop from James Lima.
So we're going to see if any team can get it done in the 5 extra minutes, or this game looks like it'll be heading into overtime.
I wouldn't mind a little overtime.
Keep the excitement going.
It's been a good game, really picked up here in the second half.
And it's been a great season for both teams, so a little extra soccer that never hurts anyone.
Yeah, definitely not on days like this. Barely a cloud in the sky. Great day for some soccer. Yellow card here awarded against George Brown. Referee signaling some delay of game on that throw-in. It's going to be Farrell Francis picking up that card. Ball in quick this time. Looking for Kirk Cooper. Back to Francis.
Nice save.
Exmita, long kick. Done well battling that sun in this second half. Quick whistle there. We're going to see a free kick for Humber.
Refs are getting everything this game, causing a bit of frustration on the field.
Ball in for Humber. Hook it deep. And the header was just out of reach. As they're looking for the winner on that one. Goal kick coming for George Brown. Shimanara sends it long. And it's recovered by Humber. As they'll see a throw in here. Tempo's picked up here in these final minutes. It's Pinto on the throw. And he'll try it again. Alphonse clears it for George Brown. Jam on the pursuit. But Wilson's able to corral that one. Deep ball in for Katabui. He makes his move. Tries to get it out front, but it's blocked by Francis once again. Another corner looming here for Humber late in this one. They'll turn to Damon Kay again. With Matt Paiva lined up back here. He just missed the last corner on a header. George Brown's able to clear the danger. Another double deflection with two headers. But Anthony Germanara is able to hang on to that one. And we'll see some extra time. At the end of 90 minutes, it's 1-1 here for George Brown and Humber College in the second game of the OCAA semifinals.
This dock is so helpful. USB-C to lightning? No, just USB-C. Yeah, that's like your charger. There's no iPad.
It's kind of flimsy. You gotta get it.
You need a block too. Just
So you can leave that plug in. It's gonna boost it for 30 seconds.
You gotta bend it.
Oh, you have. Is it the block that's not working or the cable?
No, the cable. So you gotta bend the cable just a little bit. Until you get the blue. No, not that one. The one at the top. Bend that cable at the top. Yeah. Until you get the blue. Extra time, yeah. No, I think it's overtime and then they'll go into penalties after.
What's the overtime? 215?
215. 215. And then PKs, yeah. All penalties? Yeah. 215s and then penalties.
Was the pronunciation good?
That was great, thank you.
Who was the guy announcing it? Because it seemed to conflict with your...
We're on TV, we're on the street.
Yeah.
know who did out there. Yeah.
The PA there.
Yeah.
So when you were doing your PA, I thought your announcement was on TV.
No.
It's there.
We're on the street.
You're doing color.
Yeah.
So this is going on. So when his voice comes on, people got voices coming. That's cool.
Yeah.
Somebody else on it, they go.
Yeah.
I don't know why.
So the score clock is from that side. When I did it, we used to do it from here.
Here. Oh, okay.
See, so the scoreboard, I would do that in the PA. Was it pronunciational problems?
Yeah, it was
Any other names you need?
No,
Like any subs?
no, I got sucks. Yeah, thank you.
You need any help?
Thank you. Yeah.
You're back tomorrow.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Is that like extra sheets?
These are sheets, yeah. Well, tomorrow we'll have more preparation.
You're doing a good job on the color there.
Yeah, you guys are doing a good job. The pace in the second half was a lot.
So we're on the side standing.
Before, like, it was too fast. Me and Andrew you can talk. Now you're slow down the pace. Cable, I know this is your No.
It's one side.
Not for college. Yeah, I think it's just CPL.
That's CPL. Why what? Let's see.
Yeah, you should be telling me.
You good to go?
Oh, yeah.
And we're back with overtime action here in the second semifinal of the OCAA Provincial Championships. George Brown kicks it off. And we'll see two 15-minute halves here in overtime. And if the game's still undecided, we'll head to penalties. Ball in quick here for George Brown to Kirk Hooper. Tries to make a move, but it's turned over. And now the goal scorer, DiBartolo, into space for Damian Kay, but it's too far. And Shermanara regains possession. Sends a deep kick into Humber territory. And Humber responds with a kick of their own. Looking for Jamma. And that's too far for him. Quickly up to Pinto. Noah McIntyre in for Humber. George Brown going on a run here. And Zerkowski able to keep them to the outside. It was Jesse Codron on the run.
So although the Huskies have had a perfect season, they really are the underdogs in this match because they've lost 10 times to Humber, only winning once.
Kirk Cooper on the kick. It's cleared again by Humber. Underdogs in this one, but that doesn't matter now. At this stage, really anyone's game. Play out front. Kirk Cooper holds possession for George Brown. It is turned aside. Alvarado in midfield. Finds Alphonse. And a great save there. To keep this one knotted. Examita drives this one deep. Headed away by George Brown briefly. Great control there by Codron. And it's back to Examita, who will find Keegan Wilson, who has space for Humber. McIntyre finds Zerkowski. Seeking Kabuli. Lars maintains control. Katabui is brought down, but no call awarded, and he's shown a yellow card. Not what Humber was expecting to be the outcome of that play. Katabui appeared to have a bit of a limp on that last run before the contact and is now being subbed out. Back in the game will be Abdul Babawale for Humber, who will, after taking a rest, look to come in and give his team a spark here in extra time. High into the air by McIntyre. controlled by DiBartolo. Just out of the control of McIntosh for George Brown. It'll be a Humber throw as Wilson takes it back to his keeper, and Humber will look to break out.
Yeah, if Humber were to win this game in the overtime right now, they'll have a shot at winning their 5th provincial championship.
On the run now, Babawale out front, up to DiBartolo, who scores! Santino DiBartolo, after coming off the bench in the second half, has got his second in this one, giving Humber the lead. And despite the elation from Humber, they have to refocus here and make sure they close this one out. For George Brown, still lots of time left for them to get back in this one. Here's Humber again on a run. Babawale out front, and it's turned aside by Adam Wood. Here he is again. Santino DiBartolo, he's got 2 already. What a spark he's been for Humber today. And he's brought down. And we'll see a whistle here. DiBartolo's back to his feet and is being taken off by one of the Humber trainers there.
We've seen a lot of appearances of the trainers in this game.
And so far, everyone seems to have been able to walk off on their own power, and that is something you always like to see. Big time block there by Alvarado. It goes out of bounds, and Humber will regain possession. 9 minutes into this first overtime period. Humber leads 2-1. Off Santino DiBartolo's second of the afternoon. And Marco Muya clears that for George Brown. And James Limo will throw it in again for Humber. Again, dangerous chance for Humber. Wood is able to turn that one aside. Yama upfield for Kirk Cooper in space. He's got one already. His team could use another one now. Over to Jama. His strike blocked by Adam Zerkowski. And Lima clears it for Humber. Finds Kay. in space here. He's going to pass it. DiBartolo. Babawale goes down there as the pass is out of his reach. We'll see a goal kick coming up here for George Brown. Anthony Cherminara clears this one. Alphonse looking for McIntosh there. Well in space. And they're going to call him offside. Substitution coming up here for Humber. We've got Danny Mirdaros coming off. Ball played up here. Babawale turned away. Babawale with possession. Looking for Damon Kay back door. Just a bit too long. Substitution that was made for Humber going back to that was Matthew Lack coming back in. And here he is now, driving the ball upfield. Lack on a run. And it's turned aside by Francis. Snuffs out that chance. Here's Wood. Finds Alphonse. George Brown trying to work that deep ball there for Kirk Cooper. And Haley just doesn't seem to be working out right now.
No, and it's definitely not the lack of talent. Kirk Cooper is one of the 4 players on the East Division second team All-Star. They've also got 5 of the East Division first team All-Stars on this team, so.
Well, they're all going to be counted on right now. No bigger moment in the season for George Brown. It's Daniel McIntosh down on the field for George Brown. Talking there with his teammate Kirk Cooper. And McIntosh is slow to his feet as he looks to be making his way towards the George Brown sideline.
Looks like he'll be subbed out, and the subs off the bench seem to be making the big moves in this game right now.
Wow. With performances like we've seen from Santino DiBartolo, I think bench play has definitely played a role in this one.
Maybe it can bring some good luck for the Huskies to tie this up.
McIntosh will have to be careful here. Glad to see he's able to get off. He's being substituted for Nicholas Orsini. Orsini is from Vaughan. In his second year for George Brown. Streaking James Lima. Involved in some contact there. We'll see a free kick from Humber as we've reached added time here. in this overtime half. Matthew Lyack working the left side, spins free, is now met by two George Brown defenders who force him out of bounds as George Brown regains possession. Inbounded to Chiminara, who clears it up. He finds Kirk Cooper. George Brown's been awarded a free kick here, and they're sending everyone up. Needing a goal here to tie it late. Ball is deep. Second chance is headed, and it's turned away by Humber. And it looked like that might be our second field goal today. Ethan Alphonse got a little bit too much on that one, and it might have squeaked through that left goal post. Exmita back to kick it. George Brown regains control. And a slight push from Leela. Will amount to nothing but a throw in. And that'll wrap up the first half of extra time. Humber leads this one 2-1 with the current go-ahead goal scored by Santino Di Bartolo. Out here to start this second half. Second half of extra time about to get underway here. Humber will kick it off. And with only one half extra time left, 15 minutes is all George Brown has to tie this one back up and force penalties.
If George Brown wants to want a chance of breaking that 50-year streak of no provincial championships, they better get a goal here to even have the chance to qualify.
Deep kick there by Sirkowski. Chased by Lilac, and it'll be out of bounds. George Brown. Regaining possession. Free kick after that. Orsini foul. Francis plays it back to Chiminara. And you've got to think, with this little time left, everything is going to be going forward for George Brown. Nathan Alphonse awaiting the throw. And we've got another substitution here for Humber. We'll see Isaiah Noel checking into this one. He'll be taking off Abdul Abale. Orsini. And free kick awarded to Humber. It'll be Noel to boot this one away for Humber. Finds Lyke in space. He pushes that one out front. But it's easily cleaned up and turned aside. Ooh, yeah. Finding Francis. Over to Wood. Alphonse pushes it up. And into Alvarado in midfield. George Brown pushing. Deep, deep pass. And unfortunately, just a little too long for Jonas Jamba to corral. But they're going to say that that was tipped off of Humber. So we'll get to see a free kick from George Brown. And it looks like it's going to be their goal scorer, Darius Kirk Cooper, to take this one. It's kicked and cleared right away by Matthew Lyack. And Noel boots that one over the fence, and they'll get another ball.
Yeah, there's only been 2 times this season where the Humber goalie has let in more than 1 goal.
They'll look to keep that streak alive here. Corner kick coming. Key Cooper. Kick is in and blocked right away. Big play there by Luca Pinto. George Brown maintains possession. Key Cooper blocked again. Orsini blocked as well. At Humber line, staying strong and clearing that one. And we've got a player down on the field. 2 from each team, unfortunately. That's Kirk Cooper getting to his feet for George Brown. And it was Luca Pinto that was also down for Humber as they both make their way off the pitch. As the sun is set, the temperature's dropped. And it's definitely still a beautiful evening here.
Yeah, if the Huskies can't get a goal going soon, they might be playing for the bronze medal, which is what they did last year in 2022.
Oh, turnover here. Damian Kay controls possession for Humber. Out front to DiBartolo. Passes it into space. And a strike that just went over the net by Noah McIntyre. And that was deflected by a George Brown player. And Humber will have a corner kick. Foul there on Humber. Free kick coming here for George Brown. And everybody's moving upfield. Germanara to send this one away. And he decides to pass it over and let their back line control it. Ball in from Francis. And it's headed away by Noel. Over to Wood. And Wood passes that one into space. Francis with space and time sends one long. Orsini heads it. And Examita out to stop that one. George Brown motioning for time. But Exima has taken his time all day and shown poise with almost every kick as he and Humber hang on to a 2-1 lead late in this one. Alphonse passes it over to Alvarado in midfield. Here's Francis. Time and space again on this right side. This time goes out of bounds off of Lyack, and it'll be a Francis throw in here for George Brown. Alphonse. Broken up by McIntyre. And that ball is cleared by Adam Zerkowski. George Brown sending everything upfield as time ticks away in this one. And it's out for a Humber throw-in. Another foul called here. Free kick coming up for Humber. Humber is able to hang on here. They'll take on Conestoga tomorrow in the championship game. And for George Brown, if they fall short, they'll be up against Seneca in the third place match. And it will be also tomorrow afternoon. But it's too early to talk about tomorrow. George Brown still with a chance here to push for the equalizer. Deep ball again from Alphonse. This time finds Jama in space. Passes it out. Just short of Alvarado. And it's kicked out of bounds We'll see a George Brown throw in. Cadron leaves it. Alvarado will as well. Alphonse deep throw here out front. Broken up by Humber. Headed away by Pinto. Then it'll be out of bounds. Another throw coming here for George Brown. Francis. Oh, this has opened up a great opportunity for Humber to counterattack. Kay is streaking into space. And a big time block there by Leela. George Brown controls possession once again. Up through midfield. Maintaining possession is DeCoito. And another George Brown throw in as we are inside of 3 minutes left in this second half of extra time.
So the Huskies were able to win a silver medal in 2021, and there's only 2 players on that roster who are here tonight, which is Mark Dakota and Jonas Yama. So they need to rally their team because they know what it's like to be in that championship. So it's time for them to step up as leaders in these last final minutes to try to send them back there again.
Quick substitution made there for Humber. Damon Kay off slowly, but under his own power. And it was Franz Mella that checked back in for Humber. George Brown continues to press, but time is their biggest enemy right now as we're inside of the final 2 minutes here in the second half of extra time. Another throw coming. And it's turned away by Humber. Good pressure there in front of the box, but too crowded, and Humber's able to clear that one. Orsini. Deep ball up to Wood here. But he is met with pressure, but able to work into space. And that was Luca Pinto that was brought down by Wood in the play. Both teams unhappy with the result. Free kick coming up for Humber.
Luca Pinto made the East Division second team All-Star today along with Matthew Lyack.
And we're inside of 1 minute here. The second half of extra time in the OCAA semifinal game 2. Ref motioning the spot for the free kick. George Brown sending everyone towards the Humber goal. Leela plays it over to Francis, and he's going to send one deep. Able to find Caudron. They send another deep ball to Wood, who corrals it in the corner. And it's out off Humber. Quickly thrown in. Big time block. And they're going to award a foul here against Nathan Alphonse. And we'll see a free kick for George Brown in added time of the second half of extra time, with George Brown down 1 and needing a goal to tie it.
George Brown goalie even making his way down towards the Humber net to pull all efforts to try to tie this game up.
Yeah, it's a last-ditch effort here for George Brown. They know the time is limited, and they've chosen Yama here. Jonas Yama, typically a striker on this team. He's going to be counted on to place this one in the right spot. Free kick coming. George Brown, chance to play in the finals on the line. And it's tipped just over the crossbar. One of George Brown's best chances of the night.
Off by just inches on that one.
But they're going to get to try it again. Corner kick awarded here. Quick. Here comes Jama again. Humber under tremendous pressure here. Ball in. It's deep. George Brown controls possession, but Humber gets it back.
Empty
Free
net
run.
on Humber.
No goalie. They push it up, and look who it is. Santino Di Bartolo. He's already got 2, and throw your hats, now he's got 3. Di Bartolo with the hat trick to seal it for Humber in this one. What a performance by Santino Di Bartolo. And now we see the reaction. Elation on one side and defeat on the other, unfortunately, for George Brown. With such little time left, that second goal was truly deflating for their chances. Orsini to kick it off for George Brown. And that will do it in this one. In a game that started off slow and a scoreless first half, fireworks late in this one.
The Huskies now fall 1-11 to Humber.
Yeah, it looks like Humber's got their number here. And what a performance once again by Santino Di Bartolo, coming off the bench in the second half and potting all 3 goals for Humber. And on the other side for George Brown, after scoring the first one early off a great goal by Darius Kirk-Hooper, they now face the worst loss of the season, coming up short again, 1 game short of the championship.
Yeah, and those 3 goals for Di Bartolo were also his first 3 goals in his career here.
What a way to make an impact. But not all hope is lost for George Brown. Tomorrow they'll get a chance to play for 3rd place against Seneca, who lost earlier today. And our championship match tomorrow afternoon will be Conestoga against Humber. And you'll see that right here. Have a great evening, everyone. I'm Nolan Gowland.
I'm Haley Hopkinson.
Color, you come ashore and not. Don't really worry about having to keep up with things what you're saying. worry more about telling the storyline of the game, right? You know, the line that you said about the trainers coming out, that's a line that a color handles here. The trainer's been coming out a lot this game, right? And then he can add on, yeah, a lot of players getting whatever it is. You tell him the story, he's telling the story.
OCAA fans, thank you for joining us here in semifinal games. The Humber Hawks take down the Huskies on the score. We will now present the players of the game. We welcome men's soccer convener Nate Booth to present the first start with the George Brown Huskies. Role player of the game, number 27, Humber. Booyah!
You did good.
Manual player of the game for the Humber Hawks, number 17, James Lima. Congratulations to both players of the game.
We know the players now, you know the names, you know the numbers, you know who's playing. Conestoga versus Humber.
Fans, we thank you for joining us today, and please come back tomorrow for more Day 2 men's soccer playoff action, where your George Brown Huskies will play the Southeast State in a title match, and the Humber Hawks will play the Conestoga Condors for the Humber Hawks. Thank you, and have a good night. And hope safe.
Oh yeah, the bad name, yeah.